Hello and welcome to our webinar. It's good to be here. I hope you feel the same way. My name is Seth. I work in the Office of International Recruitment and Undergraduate Admissions at the University of Kansas. And we are here today with Katie Treadwell from our first year experience office and Tiffany Larned from our Office of International Student Services to talk about the various support systems that are in place for University of Kansas students. Just a quick word before we begin with all of that about the University of Kansas. My hope, at least, is that some of you are looking at studying in the United States for your university education, and that some of you will consider the University of Kansas. We are a major teaching and research university in the Midwestern United States. We are exactly in the center of the country. If that gives you any idea of where we are, we're maybe a 10-hour drive south of Chicago. We're maybe a 2 or 3 hour flight west of New York City, maybe another 2 or 3 hours east of Los Angeles. We are right in the middle of everything. We're central to everything in the country. We have 190 undergraduate programs that can prepare you for a career in just about everything. 28,000 students, 2,100 of whom are international. All 50 states, plus over 100 countries in every region on Earth are represented here. So as a student, you will make friends with everyone from all over the world. The town we're located in is called Lawrence, which is a small city. The last I read, we had reached 100,000 people, finally. We're 40 minutes away from an international airport, and that's located in Kansas City, which is itself also a very cosmopolitan community. People from everywhere live here, and you can find all of the best things that you would expect to find in a major world city here, with the advantage that it's all very accessible. You know, everything is about 15 minutes away from everything else. It's a very small, laid-back, friendly Midwestern atmosphere that's very different than what you would get in a major city. So we have the best of everything. Our students participate in upwards of 600 student organizations to enrich their academic experiences and social lives. Just about any extracurricular interest you might have, you will be able to explore that here, whether it's related to your major, some other extraneous interest that you have. You know, maybe your major is in finance, but your passion is in the theater. There are opportunities for you to explore that. We have club sports that you can play as well. So if you're into football, as it's, you know, what that means in the rest of the world, where you're actually playing with your feet, you know, you can join a club sport for that. We offer you know, programs that will help you enrich your academic experience as well. Opportunities for undergraduate research, entrepreneurship, community service, artistic activity, and our alumni have been successful in pretty much every aspect of life. We have world leaders, astronauts, CEOs, Nobel laureates, international sports and entertainment personalities have gone to school here. And if you have questions about the specifics of all of that, I would encourage you to contact us. But I will go ahead and hand it over now to Dr. Katie Treadwell, who will tell us about the first year experience at KU.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So one of the things that is really exciting for our students when they come to the University of Kansas, regardless of where they come from, is a year-long program that's designed to support their transition into the university and their academic success. And we work very closely with International Student Services and other offices on campus to make sure that that is successful and relevant for all of our new students. But through the Office of First Year Experience, all new students will participate in a series of programs that are meant to help them make friends on campus and connect to smaller groups of people, smaller pockets of information, so that they can really find what it is that they want to be involved in on campus and make sure that they are starting off successfully. So that starts with orientation. As an international student, you would attend orientation just before classes begin, the week before classes begin, to learn more about academic advising and enrollment, enroll in your classes at that time, be in small groups with other new students where you're getting to know students from here in Kansas and across the United States, but also across the world, and starting to learn more about campus, how to get around campus, and then also resources and opportunities that are in the Lawrence community. And so all of our students participate in orientation to make those connections and start successfully at KU. All of our new students then attend a program called Jayhawk Jumpstart, which is for international students as well as students from here in the United States. And that's when they learn about safety and wellness at the university. It's when we talk about diversity and what it means to be a global university and start to really celebrate what makes Jayhawks unique and opportunities that you have both as an individual and a member of the Jayhawk community to be well and healthy and successful while you are here at the university. One of the other programs that all of our new students participate in is the KU Common Book Program. And that's a book that you get at orientation, and you have opportunities with other new students in small groups to discuss the book. This helps practice college level academic skills and helps connect to faculty and staff in other parts of the university, and helps students to make those small group connections and make friends with other new students at KU. And then all of that leads into Hawk Week, which is our Welcome Week program. And that is a continuation of those programs designed to help you, again, make friends, learn more about campus, and start to find where it is on campus that you want to be a part of and you want to be more involved and more engaged. One of the things about the KU Common Book program, and again, you do get that book at orientation, and that book for this next year is called Create Dangerously, The Immigrant Artist at Work. And so we are excited about that book for the upcoming year because it really lets us celebrate what it means to be an international university and celebrate international experiences and opportunities and other lives that people have had in sharing those stories collectively with the community. So that's a book that you will hear a lot more about if you choose to come to the University of Kansas. That's something that there are opportunities to use those books in classes and engage with the author. The author always comes to campus and helps to connect students to that creative thinking and that academic skill in a different way. And that book does change every year. And so if you are thinking about the University of Kansas for a future year, then that's something that would be a different book every year, but still related to what it means to be a global university in a more diverse community. One of the things that we will talk to you about at orientation is specifically about some tips for success. And I know that's part of why you are on the call today, is to think about student services and student support on campus. And so these are just some high-level things for you to consider. We are going to ask you to enroll in 15 to 17 credit hours, meaning that you generally are in class 15 to 17 hours per week And then you use the rest of your time for studying and academic resources and things like that. We're going to ask you to enroll in a small class or multiple small classes, because that's how we make a large university, and we are a large university, but that's how we make it smaller and help you to connect to faculty and staff and make friends and be a part of the community in a more specific way. And then we're going to talk a lot about academic resources, and others on the call today will do that as well, but we're going to talk about the Writing Center and advising and support for math or science if you need support in those subjects, and lots of resources on campus that are here and free and available for our students to be academically successful. If you are interested in learning more about first year experience, you can follow us on social media if these social media platforms are available to you. And we will certainly, as you make a decision about attending the University of Kansas, share more information about everything that I've talked about and more details about what that experience looks like. And so there will be lots more information to come there. And I also wanted to talk a little bit about academic advising at the University of Kansas. And for most of our new students, that takes place through the Undergraduate Advising Center. And that is an office that is dedicated to helping our students determine what they want to study, if you are not sure about that, or if you are sure what you want to study, help you make that path and make sure that you earn the degree in the way that's most successful for you. So you will meet with your advisor from the Undergraduate Advising Center at orientation. They will ask you not just what classes you want to take, or they might advise you what classes you want to take based on your particular degree path, but they also will ask you what time of day you're most successful and what types of subjects you have previously studied that you might enjoy studying again, or if there are subjects that you are interested in but you've never had the opportunity to study. And as Seth mentioned, they will start to help you piece all of that together and make a plan that helps you study maybe engineering and theater, or maybe biology and art history. Or if you are not sure what you want to study, then you would be a part of what we call our exploratory pathways. And these are programs that, again, just help students learn a little bit more about different options. When I came to college, I picked a major because it was something that was familiar to me, and I didn't know that there were other options. And so the exploratory pathways help you start to see different opportunities and see different subjects, different classes that you might be interested in taking in the future. And your advisor will work with you to learn a little bit more about those things and start to discover what you were interested in studying now and how that might relate to a career in the future. And we do, with all of our students, work both with academic advisors as well as the Career Center on campus to help you move from having coursework and having a degree to using that academic experience in the future in a job. And so there are lots of opportunities and lots of resources for how you can take what you do here on campus into your life beyond the University of Kansas.
Okay, well, thank you. And we'll hear from Tiffany now about the specifics, I guess, of what the first year looks like for our international students.
Yes, so good morning, everyone, or good evening, as the case may be, or even good afternoon. So my name is Tiffany Learned, and I am the Programming and First Year Experience Coordinator for International Student Services. So Katie's office and my office partner together to provide you support throughout your first year here at the university. So my job really is to support your cultural adjustment to not just to the university and to academic life at the university, but also here in Lawrence and to living in the United States, as well as to support your social adjustment. So to provide lots of opportunities for you to meet other students, both American students and international students, and start to build relationships and friendships with them. And I also provide some academic support for you here at the university, and we will talk a little bit later about using ISS as a pathway to access the many services that we have here on campus to support you academically, not only throughout your first year, but throughout your undergraduate career and even beyond. So if you'll take a look at the screen, what I have listed is just a handful of the regular programming that International Student Services does here at the university. There's actually more than this, but it could get pretty tedious if I were to go through each and everything. But let's just take a look at what's on the screen at this point. So the first program I have listed is International Coffee Hour. International Coffee Hour happens every other week. And the purpose of International Coffee Hour is actually twofold. One is to provide you as an international student an opportunity to present about your culture and to practice your presentation skills in an environment where you're not being graded. That's one of the things that students often struggle with, is needing to make class presentations, and maybe that's not something that you've done before. So this provides our students an opportunity to practice those presentation skills, as well as to share your culture with our students, faculty, staff, and community members. And so that's really the other part of International Coffee Hour, is internationalizing our campus and allowing you to be our agents to do so. It takes place every other Friday in our library, and it's a really fun and casual way to get together with your friends and even with your professors, and to meet other community members. The second program I have listed is the Life in the US series, and this really is our first year or even first semester program that's meant to support your adjustment here at the university. So in the Life in the US series, we often talk about aspects of American culture, aspects of American academic and university life. And it's very casual. We always have free pizza for you to just hang out with your friends and ask questions about the things that you're experiencing from day to day here on campus. The third program I have listed is the Kansas City Trip Series. As Seth mentioned, we are about a 30 or 40-minute drive outside of Kansas City, which is a major metropolitan area, and as such offers some world-renowned museums and sightseeing and those sorts of things. So we really want you to be able to experience those things. So we go to Kansas City together once a month, and we will we go to museums, we go to the zoo, sometimes we'll visit a festival or a play or a musical performance. So really there's a lot of variety there. So we take those trips in total 8 times per year, which is pretty good. The next program that I have listed is called Global Partners. Global Partners is our student organization that brings American and international students together. It is purely social. We do things such as going bowling, going to play laser tag, having potlucks or picnics, playing volleyball, playing soccer. It's really just meant to support your social life here at the university, as well as to bring our domestic students in so that they get to meet international students as well. During the Thanksgiving holiday, we do offer a Thanksgiving homestay, so you have the opportunity to stay with an American family, either for the entire week, or if you're more comfortable, just joining them for Thanksgiving dinner to experience that holiday and experience what a holiday is like in an American household. This year will be our 64th year of hosting the Thanksgiving Homestay. It's a long-standing and incredibly successful program that students always have fun with. Finally, what I wanted to mention, we do have culture fairs. We have 2 big culture fairs that happen every year that give you another opportunity to share your culture with our students, faculty, staff, and community members. The first one is World Expo, which we just had last week. actually. And then we also have another one called the International Jayhawk Festival. Both of them are a lot of fun and allow you to come together with your fellow international students, as well as to reach out and make friends with domestic students as well. I am not the only person on this campus by far who is providing programming and events for students. Katie's office, as she mentioned, also provides a lot of programming that we support you in attending, such as the KU Common Book discussion groups and programming that happens around the Common Book. We have another group called Student Union Activities that provides activities not every day, but 2 to 3 times per week for you to attend and support your social life here at the university. So there's a lot that can happen for you, both inside the classroom, but also outside of the classroom here at the university. And there are many forms that your education can take here at KU, and a lot of them are really fun.
Thank you. And we are fortunate enough to have been joined by Kayla, also of the International Student Services Office. And Kayla works with academic support for international students. So maybe could you please tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, my name is Kayla Furry. I'm the Student Resource Coordinator in International Student Services. And my role is primarily to work with students when they have questions about what academic support is available to them, but also what support in other areas are available to them to ensure that they're a successful student on the university campus, whether it's inside the classroom or out. And I think what we've found is that when students start utilizing those resources, they really do have a better overall experience here at the University of Kansas. So the first thing I want to talk with you about is some of those academic support services. Some of those have been mentioned, but they're all really great services for you to use. First thing I want to talk about is tutoring services. Tutoring works a little bit different at the University of Kansas. You have the opportunity to have tutoring in a small group peer setting, where you'll actually have a student who has gone through a course and has received training meet with you in a small group up to 5 students about twice a week to go over material, study material in a specific course. And usually these small groups are for some of the courses that students enroll in during the first semester, first 2 semesters. The tutoring services also offer a walk-in or drop-in services where you can come in with a specific question or a specific problem, and those are usually offered for our math and our science courses. There's also a writing center on campus that helps students when they're writing a paper, everything from the planning process where you're just thinking about how to construct your paper to reviewing some of the final product, giving you ideas and helping you polish your writing so that you're producing good academic papers for your courses. There's also a career center on campus, and I think that's been mentioned within this presentation. But it's a really great resource for you to kind of think about the degree program that you're taking, the classes you're taking, and how that knowledge in that degree program will then translate into a career after you graduate from the university. There are a lot of assessment quizzes and tests that are available within the Career Center. One of those is called HawkQuest, and that's actually available for current students, but it's available for potential students as well. So if you were interested in kind of finding a little bit more information out about yourself and about how a specific degree program at the university will translate into a career, you could go onto the University of Kansas website, up in the upper right-hand corner, search for career services, and take this HawkQuest inventory before you arrive on campus. So outside of the academic classroom, there are also a lot of factors that will affect how you do academically. And so I've kind of labeled the next point that I'm going to talk about balance and wellness. There's a whole range of different support services that are available to help you with those things that maybe don't have to do with the classes you're taking, but they do impact your experience here at the university. So we do offer counseling and psychological services here at the university. And these are personal, confidential counseling services that are available to all students. And they help students with issues related to adjusting to college. Maybe these are mental health issues. Maybe these are culture shock issues, issues with test anxiety, issues with homesickness and study skills. These are just some of the examples of things that the Counseling Center can assist students with. You can participate in these in a one-on-one setting if you're more comfortable, or even in a group setting. Sometimes it's nice to sit down with other students who are maybe having like experiences, hear what they're feeling, share thoughts. There are also peer listening groups that are available through a program called Hope at CAPS. And these are students who are trained to again help other students on the campus deal with some of those daily stressors that all students may experience at one time or another during their studies at the university. And again, sometimes it's just nice to sit down with another student who has been in your shoes, who's taking classes, experienced some of those stressors, and get their perspective. So again, there's the Counseling Center, and then there's peer listening groups that you can attend that can help you manage some of those stressors that come with studying on the university campus. There's also Watkins Health Services. And this is a great resource for students. If you are not feeling well and you need to see a doctor or a nurse, you actually don't have to leave campus to access those services. You can make an appointment or use one of their walk-in hours to receive some assistance. In addition to appointments for meeting with a doctor or a nurse, you can get a flu shot on campus. There's a pharmacy if you need a prescription filled that you can utilize. They even have information on nutrition and wellness that's available. Even x-rays can be done at Watkins Health Center. So it's a really great resource for students where you don't have to leave campus. You can access those services here on the campus. In addition to all of the programs and supports and services that are offered here at the university, within the city of Lawrence, the community has a number of programs and a number of resources that students are welcome to use and can plug into to feel more acclimated to living here in the city of Lawrence. And one of the programs that can help students do that is the Center for Community Outreach. They provide a number of programs to help students get involved in the community. And they offer a really wide range of programming. So let's say if you're interested in the environment, they run a program that allows you to get into gardening, both within the city of Lawrence as well as here on the campus. If you are interested in music, they have a program that allows you to tutor school-age children in vocal or instrumental music. They also offer services such as a food pantry. So if food and nutrition are a concern for you, there's a food pantry every Thursday that makes items available to students. And then finally, what I would say about international student services, I've gone over a kind of a whole list of some different programs and services that are available, but sometimes it's really hard to know where to go or what services are available or what you need to do to obtain those services. So please use international services as a point of contact to come in and to ask your questions and to use my office specifically when you're not sure where to go for some of those services. If I don't know the answer here, we can work together to find the right point of contact on campus to ensure that you're getting the support that you need and that you're having the best experience possible for you here at the University of Kansas. So with that being said, I hope this information is helpful and I look forward to hopefully seeing you all here at the university.
All right, thank you very much. Well, that concludes our prepared remarks. If you want to get in touch with any of us or learn more, I would encourage you to send us an email, or we are all on social media, or you can explore our various websites. What we'll go ahead and do now is open the floor to your questions. Yes, do you have questions for the panel? Go ahead and put them in the chat. Okay, well, again, I'll go ahead and put our last slide up so that you can write down our various contact information. And if you have questions that you want to follow up with us about, then you are certainly welcome to do so. I want to thank you all for joining us tonight, and wish you a happy and productive finish to your week.